Sentimental FX update for the 9th of February 2021 for the QUASIDB service. S&P chart on the weekly, just because it's a little bit different. We have a bullish candle as indicated by the dark color. Remember we used the chart overlay indicator for FX SSI. The chart overlay tells you the candles of substance that have actually got notable volumes. This current week has got a notable bullish volume as indicated by the dark color. So that's worth mentioning. Go to your daily, and because we're above MR1, we target MR2. So your target here is 3954. The sentiment is shifting towards more of a buy, as we saw in our risk calculation. And this trend line, as you respected it, about 5 or 6 times. So this is quite a strong trend line. So even if we did fall, we'd have some support, as we can see here. So AJ, and hopefully the SLCs will load because it was a bit slow. There we go, 81.22, 80.58, signal is to buy, and we are buy in the sentiment. AU, taking the SLC out, I believe. God, that was close. That was really close. Ooh, God, yeah, 1 pip. So that's quite harsh. It was at 77.35. There were some up here. We're taking it out, obviously. And the good idea is to get the stop loss cluster software for your MetaTrader 4, and then you're about to see where the stop loss is after, because it's obviously got probed, and you want to know where it is afterwards, and you want to check the size. If the size has got a lot smaller, we can potentially see a reversal. Because it's just a stop hunt. If that size gets to 1%, that's a huge amount of liquidity, and it's a job done, and then we can fall. So it's definitely worth getting the FX SSI indicators. I 100% recommend them for the SLCs alone. SLC below 77 on the dot. We are a buy, and moving average trends bullish across all time frames, apart from the 1 minute. Signal is saying to wait. So we're quite sideways on the dynamic. EA 15691, 15630, sell, descending line, and very mixed on the moving average trend. So it hasn't quite decided what it wants to do. EU 121.20. Yeah, we might have triggered that as well. We did. Can you see that candle wick? That's naughty. Yeah, so one below is 12080. I wouldn't fight this because obviously if we've got a risk on mood, as you can see on the S&P, this is going to do well. And you don't want to average as well, not really, because you'll get yourself into trouble. So at least wait for the sentiment to shift first, and then add if you're underwater. But don't add when it's a buy on the sentiment. That would just be silly. And that's that big move after NFP. And what they're doing, they're actually adding, and they're making it worse for themselves. You can see how they're adding short over time until we go up. So don't add if it's a buy at the sentiment. Wait until it shifts over 50%, and then potentially then you can add, but it's something I wouldn't recommend. I'd always recommend that you have a strict risk management. But yeah, so just bear that in mind. GU, this has taken the SLC out as well, so that's the third pair that's taken the stop loss cluster out. It was 13807, 13755. I've been buying this with trailing stops all day today, and it's worked really well for me. You want to keep an eye on MR1, 13822. We are a buy as well, and that's that big shift after NFP. That's even more profound than Euro USD. So they got caught, but they held on. But they've not only held on, but they've added to the bias. So we go up, and it punishes them. So NU 72.55. 72.08. This is one of our signals to buy, so we do need this to perform a bit better. If we look at the bubbles, the Kiwi bubble's not that strong, if I recall, or technically it's, I think it was on the currency strength meter, that's what it was. It was quite weak on the technicals, the Kiwi. So we do want this to sort of rally a little bit. We are a buy at the high level. It's a bit sideways, but they might be going ever so slightly long, so that might be a slight issue. EJ, I thought it was going to come round as a rounding effect, but it didn't do that. It's going pretty much sideways. SLC is 12720 and 12596, and we're buy at the high level. So I'm going long, but very gradually. I thought they were going to go long in like a big way, and then it would come down, but they didn't. Pound yen. So there's your SLC dead on MR1. Exactly at MR1. So 14510. There's your SLC below, 144 on the dot. And we are a buy across all time frames, and the signal is saying to buy, and that would agree with the sentiment. Dollar yen, this is a signal to sell, so it's looking quite good. We are a sell at the high level, and it's them guys going long. This was the largest shift in 24 hours I've seen in a long, long time. For some reason, they really went long up here. They decided to like buy, and so obviously that action, it caused the price to come down. You can see it's like a mirror image. So they sell it here, and then they go long here. So they got screwed here on that move, and then they just thought, oh, we'll go long, and then it comes down. So it's like a mirror image. It's like symmetry. And this is the largest stop loss cluster, and it's very far away. So potentially we can come and get that 103.5. It's 100 pips away. Risk, depends on what happens tomorrow with that inflation data. It could propel price south. We've got monthly pivot 104.08. Dollar CAD. This is lots of technical charts going out on the chat, so that was good. We are below monthly pivot. We're a sell, and we're pretty bearish on the moving averages. SLC below is 12680, and above is 12728. Another signal to sell. This has been this is our best signal, which is cool. Made a lot of pips so far. 89.51 and 88.98. We're a sell at the high level. There's them guys going long here. So it's around about here. You can see they went long up here. They went long at MR2. It's a bit crazy, but that's the retail guys for you. And so we come down. And gold, last but not least, 80.50 and 18.27. We are a sell, but the MyFX book bubble has really shifted a lot. You take these guys off, you can see. So that's them guys going long, so that would be a sell. So I think we probably should be seeing that bubble shift, I think, overnight, especially if they continue. Yeah, so that gold bubble should come off its extremes. So yeah, that's worth noting. If that continues, then gold will become a sell if it crosses the 50% mark, because we already are a sell at the high level, but we need the MyFX book to switch over because we use that data. So yeah, that's just a fairly long video, but hopefully it was useful. Lots of stop loss clusters were taken out, so it's just a good advert to get the indicators, because then you can see for yourself where the stop loss clusters are. There's pound USDs at MR1, 138.21. So I'll wrap up now. Hope you have a good day and an evening, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.